In TypeScript, when you are working with classes and let's say there are some properties that you want to initialize, here is how you can do it. So let's say we have a class called user, and this class has these properties, that is id, name and sex, and we want to initialize these properties. So here is the first way of doing it. So we'll first declare the properties with all the types annotated to these properties, and then we'll declare or define a constructor, and the properties that we want to initialize will be passed in as arguments, and these arguments will be ultimately get assigned to the class properties like so. And when the object of this class or is being created with all the values has been passed in, these class properties will get initialized. So user.name, that will have Cherika, and if I run it, here is what we'll get. So this is one way of doing this, but there is an alternate way of doing or initialize these class properties which doesn't involve all this duplication. So here is how this works. So by the way, this is called auto implemented properties or parameter properties, and here is how it looks like. So we'll first get rid of these declared class properties, and then we'll get rid of the constructor body. And now what we'll do is we'll give the class properties the visibility modifier explicitly. So here in this case we'll give public, then here it will be public as well, and for this as well public. And if we run it, yeah, we'll still get the same result without any sort of error or warning. That is because these are the auto implemented properties or class properties, and when you want to declare and initialize the class properties at the same time, at in certain situations like this, you can use these auto implemented properties. So you don't need to have duplicated the properties, that is to declare and then initialize the class property inside the constructor body. So there will be a less code if you follow this convention. But when you're using auto implemented properties, you will need to keep in mind, and that is you will need to keep the visibility modifier for these properties explicitly. So in this case we gave it public. So let's say for instance if we give it let's say private, so in that case we won't be able to access it outside of the class like so. Property sex is private and only accessible within the class. So that's how this implemented auto implemented class properties works or parameter properties works. And yeah, that's it. I hope you like it, and if you do, consider subscribing to the channel and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.